Welcome to Creative Collection NYC. We are all in. We're here at the gym with our special guest today, fitness coach Sheikh.
Yes, aka the problem.
AKA the solution. Not the problem. He's solving the problem right now.
Women are always right.
So we got design, we got royalty in the back.
Yo.
We are going to get into these questions, and it's all about health and fitness, working it out today. And shout out to our sponsors. We are there. You can introduce yourself, and we're gonna get into these questions.
So you're here with Sheikh, aka the solution. As I just found out and everything. I am a personal trainer / boxing coach. I have military experience as well as a lot of medical experience. I've been in the medical field the duration of my military time. I also trained in Special Forces in SARC, which is Special Amphibious Reconnaissance Corpsmen. And I specialize in boxing training, weightlifting, weight conditioning, body weight conditioning, resistance band, aqua fitness, and yeah.
Just about everything.
A little bit of everything.
That's
Yeah.
dope. That's dope. Thank you for taking the time out with us today. And I want to ask you a question before we start exercising, because I'm going to exercise. So now, any advice to those who wish to grow their own gym business or fitness training, and how to maintain balance with clientele and schedule planning?
That's actually probably one of the biggest questions I ask a lot from other freelance trainers. For me, it's looking for quality clients and giving quality work, not looking at it from a money aspect. If you're unable to get the work done without the money, or if you only think about the money to get the work done, you're not going to make it creating your own gym or your own personal training business. You have to put in the work to get the mindset. It's not get the mindset, then the work. To give a more definitive answer is just being patient and humble, learning your craft. Mastering your craft. Now, you see, mastering craft is great. The reason I say learning craft, be a student for life. Because if you're a master, that means that you have nothing to learn. So, but yes, learn and master your craft. Make sure you know what you are talking about. Make sure you've researched what you're doing.
Always.
Yes.
Yeah. And how it works for clientele, like the balance between scheduling, the planning?
I'd say start small. Try not to go over a range of 5 people per day in the beginning stages. If you're someone like myself who travels to every borough, I have anywhere between, in each given day, 4 to 6 people I see. Some will be, let's say I may see 3 in one borough, I may see 4 in one borough and 2 in another. Make sure you're doing logistics. Make sure you know how you're getting around in a timely manner, because how you are scheduling your clients, you also scheduling in terms of the time it takes you to travel.
Right.
And be punctual. Be there before the client.
Okay.
Be there before the client, if possible. Things happen, but definitely be prepared and be ready.
Right. So basically, don't bite off more than you can chew.
Yes,
okay?
absolutely.
And stay on point. So now we're about to get into the workout. Let's go.
Yeah, I was trying to see like how to properly do like the chest press. I know I'll be doing. I just want to know like I know you probably got like an advanced technique behind it, so you could like show me how to do that chest press thing right there.
Copy that. So I'm here with my boy Design. Okay, so for the chest press, right now we're on an incline.
Okay.
Now this can change based on how you maneuver the seat, but I want to focus on the incline. So with the incline, you're actually hitting the bottom portion of the chest. That's a very big misconception that people. It depends on where your hands are, but the conception that people have is that if I'm doing decline, like chest press, where I'm lower like this, I'm working my lower, actually working your upper. It all depends on where your hands or where you're positioned. So, real quick, I want to put my hands on right here for the upper. I want to actually pinch my back slightly, create an arch in my back, not too deep. And then I want to kind of break the bar, almost like bring my elbows in, take a deep breath, drive from my feet, and but the key to this, now that key thing is creating that abduction, keeping this, like you're breaking the bar. So when you come down, you should feel that right in your chest, especially right here in the shoulders. Okay, so I like to drive from my toes. So pinch, inhale and exhale as go up.
Okay.
And when I come down, I see a lot of people do this.
Very controlled.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Control is everything.
Right.
It's not so much about the push. You want
pumping.
to, you want to activate. And when I want to break the bar, I want to do this so that way you can see the chest activating just by here. So.
Right.
I'll give it a try.
Okay. Yeah.
So I want you to just kind of bend, push your feet back. Yeah, to be on here. So you're kind of driving into
top two, right?
Yeah, top two.
Okay.
And also, it's also
So
where you're
arch.
comfortable. Okay. So if you feel like it's pinching here, drop down and stuff. Okay. So once you're ready to break the bar, take a deep breath in, and then exhale. There we go. You can even see it here.
I can feel my arms feel different too, even because it's only we talking about what 15 right now. And I can
Actually,
feel,
you're doing more than 15 because I put the 7.5 on.
oh, okay.
Yeah. But it feels a lot different.
No, it feels good. It feels like a nice balanced level of stress that's causing like certain contraction.
Yes, absolutely.
Because it's not that much weight, but I can feel the the sculpting of a sense.
And it's because he's activating everything, or activating what he needs. A lot of people just pick things up and put things down just to do it. It's not their fault. It's just maybe just a lack of knowledge.
Right.
Now, one thing I want you to do is kind of turn those elbows in. Because the brachial side of the bicep is what forms the chest. Bring it down. Try to keep that turn as you're bringing it down. Try to keep that turn as you're going up. It feels even harder, right?
Yeah, but it feels like I'm like
yes.
You're getting what you want out of the performance. You can
Absolutely.
feel the agility, like the
activation. And
the activation.
So, in closing, honestly, the 50 you want to do, you could do a 10. It's equivalent. The 10 you'll do will be the equivalent of the 20 you want to do. And then if you slow down the eccentric, which is coming down, oh man, we're gonna create so much hypertrophy, which is just building of the muscle and everything like that.
Cool. All right, cool. Yeah, I like that. So I had a question I wanted to ask. What made you feel like it was time to help and inspire others?
After my service in the military in the medical field.
Okay.
After that, I went into a civilian implant surgery in Fifth Avenue, assisting with another surgeon with implant surgery and oral surgery.
Okay.
And I've done medicine and dentistry, but what really pulled me is that
Medicine.
fitness. Yes. Yeah.
So he played basketball. He went to the military. He's swimming. This man, he living a life. I don't want to cut you over. He living a life for sure.
Yeah, I'm blessed.
That sounds like
yes.
some experiences, man.
I'm very blessed.
That sounds great.
That's just the tip of the iceberg, but I'm blessed to say that.
That's good, man.
It's so to
praises.
answer your question, Talon, it's all systemic. And actually, doing fitness for me is keeping people outside the hospital. Because if you take care of yourself with nutrition and here, you don't have to visit the hospital as much as you need.
Yeah, man.
I've worked in the ER. I've worked in many departments as a corpsman.
You work in the ER too.
Yes, and I've seen so much, whether it be heart problems or just bones, whatever it may be, or even diseases that could have been helped by just staying physically fit. Real quick, I like to say, during the COVID, the beginning stage of the pandemic, strong survivors were people who were very healthy. Now, being healthy doesn't mean you have to look like Jacques Cousteau. Healthy just means you have a good blood pressure.
Balance.
There you go.
It's a very serious,
Yeah.
it's a very critical amount. When I'm hearing you talk throughout the whole day, I could instantly probably tell like you do yoga or you meditate or something like that, and you really have like a very high level of balance in your life, which is great. I think that people need to realize that. I think solution bound wise, we got fitness, man. He said you don't have to be perfect. You could do 25 push-ups a day and do a 30-minute jog a day. If you do that every day and don't eat garbage, you're gonna be fine. But if you eat garbage and don't work out at all, people think you have to be, because we turn into gym rats. Like once you love it like us, you turn into gym rat. You start getting deep to the totem pole, but you don't have to go that route. You could just be a person that just wants to be healthy. Okay, you could do the minimum or do a little bit more than the minimum just to make sure you sustain it. You know what I mean? So that's great, man. I'm honestly, I don't get impressed that often. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't get impressed that often. I'm a nice guy, but I don't be getting impressed every second. I'm impressed right now. I'm definitely loving this. I'm getting very motivated, and it's making me want to discipline myself even more. Just hearing about the different commitments you put yourself in, like the different things. Like I did this, I did that. You didn't say I tried it. you said I did that before.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's not even like it was a normal accomplishment. It was something like
I don't like the word try. I don't like the word try. All my peaceful warriors, anyone that trains under me is called a peaceful warrior. My company being called Monarchs Be Fit represents the monarch butterfly, which represents change, rebirth, and also represented kings and queens. So, and the biggest thing, and you see, especially in social media, is rise with a muscle up and a butterfly and a crown. That butterfly represents a crown. That crown represents a butterfly.
Peaceful warrior.
Yes.
And I think people need to get in tune with that, because where we come from, you know what I'm saying, everybody thinks that it's one or the other. It's either you a sweet, nice guy.
Yeah.
Some of the toughest warriors and brutal guys be like, you know, wouldn't hurt a fly.
Yes.
Actually.
Yes.
But they
absolutely.
just interestingly, like, you know, like Mike Tyson is an example. Mike Tyson is actually a pretty he's
he
a pretty nice guy.
Yeah.
But Brooklyn had brought him up and caused him to, you know,
they had their claws in
go
that
astray
man,
a little
man.
bit, but
Yes.
he's a nice guy.
I couldn't put it better, man. And you said the answer to everything you're saying, what you said, was balance. Balance is everything. Yin and yang. You have to have that yin and yang, but you have to have that balance. Light can't be without dark, and dark can't be without light.
Exactly. And that's why you got to take the time to get, like we said before, get information. Take time to that's another solution. This podcast is called What Can Make It Better. So that's why I like to point and stop out like solution. I call one.
Yes.
Get that knowledge, y'all. You know what I mean? Get that knowledge. Go get enlightened with that knowledge.
Yes.
Get an understanding of what's going on. Let's stop being ignorant about life. Oh, I'm just gonna do whatever the TV says. Oh, I'm just gonna go about life and just cruise through. Nah, take control of this thing. God got a mission for all of us. Get the knowledge. Seek the knowledge. It said it in the Bible too. Seek the knowledge. And just go for it, man.
I couldn't put that better.
Yeah, man. So we here. So we gonna get into the next question.
Come on. Here we go. Nice.
All right.
1. I'm gonna do 6. Even if we switch hands, it's fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. This is considered 2. Yeah. And 3. Squeeze, big squeeze at the top. And 4, nice. 5, last one.
So, what is your advice for people that need to strengthen their discipline?
Strengthen discipline, actually, that's a great one. First one. First thing is just get the job done, meaning that turn off your social media, turn off anything that you don't necessarily need to keep your attention from being distracted.
Okay.
Motivation and discipline is a very big misconception with people. Motivation will get you places, but discipline will get the job done.
Okay.
So to give you a more definitive answer, honestly, it's just starting small. If it's the gym, 15 minutes, no matter what. If you have Monday through Friday, every Monday from Monday through Friday, 15 to 20 minutes, get that 15 minutes done. Doesn't matter how, make sure you get it done and efficiently.
Right.
Then, as you go along, another 10 minutes. Just keep at it.
Okay, sounds good to me. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So, my next question was like, what's your advice to people that want to stay positive? Like, what's your advice to people that want to stay positive?
This is actually much easier to explain, but easier said than done. Keep all the negative out. That includes whether it's negative from family, whether it's negative from relationship. Now, at the same time, we can't have anything sweet without a little bit of bitter in life.
That's true.
So it's just moving in like chapters. You know, like okay, something negative. I drink every single night. You know, so you know what? That's actually hurting me. It's hurting my mind and my body. But it's not bad to take just have a sip of alcohol or a cup of alcohol once in a while.
Right.
So you know what? If I drink every night, I'm not going to drink on Tuesday night, and then go do that for 21 days. It just kind of goes into actually the discipline part too.
Right.
Do that for 21 days, and then you'll start to understand like, hey, you know what? That one day of the 5, I feel better. I'm thinking clearer. Also taking the time away from all the media, music, certain music. I love my locks. I love my MOP.
Right.
But I gotta take a break from that because that's almost subliminal messaging. It's telling me like killer killer bang bang. What however you want to put it.
Right.
So I have to balance.
Right. Yeah, it's all about balance. Like you said, like everything, too much of anything is bad,
Yes,
right?
Yes.
Stay tuned.
So, how has your military experience affected your mindset?
My military experience, honestly, it really didn't affect it as much because my father, who worked closely with the government, sort of bred me in the way I grew up. But to be honest, it's made me a lot more assertive. It's made me see things a lot more clearer. Plot, thesis, go. With my time in the military, I loved it, and to this day I miss it so much because of the discipline, the camaraderie, the brotherhood, the sisterhood. It's all there. But I'd say how the military affected my mind was to see the bigger picture.
You said you was doing medicine in the military as well, right?
Yes, I was a corpsman, which in layman's terms is like a field doctor. Corpsmen are probably the most prestigious level of field docs in the world. We teach all the other branches, or a lot of other branches learn from us. We hold the highest medal rate for actually sacrificing our lives for our brothers and sisters, jumping on grenades just so they can complete the mission. The creed, most of the creed is my life before yours.
Wow. Well, thank you for your service.
No problem. Did it gladly.
Thank you so much. Next question, part 2. What's something you want people to understand about being on a critical regimen until goals are accomplished?
I would have to say, understand that you are human. Understand that, you know, you're not going to hit 100% every day. I read in this book, please don't quote me on the name, but it's a prestigious working training place in the world, in the West Coast, where they train special forces, professional athletes, and it says your best is not good enough. So, in your question, I'd say hit for 80% every day. You can hit 80%. 80% is the new 100%, which leaves that 20% variable of your mistakes, of just wanting to, you know what? I don't feel like eating this salad. I want a cheeseburger. Now, with that, I say, as long as it's not like 2 in the morning, you know, like so. If you can't hit 80% every day, then you have another problem. But for that, I'd say just go for 80% every single day.
Right.
80 is the new 100.
Wow.
80 is the new 100.
Wow. You sound like design.
80 is the new 100. I like the balance, the idea of balance.
Yes.
It's all about balance.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Well said, brother.
So, anything else with this exercise specifically you were saying?
Well, I try. What I like to do is, you know, I start. Actually, we're gonna bring our speed down to a 2.0. Now, the reason is because when you're first doing this, we're gonna walking for about a minute. Let's say we want to cover 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 positions. First position is walking straight, or here, and then second position is to the side carefully. We don't want to collapse. So you see how your feet come? Just I want you to hold. Bring the speed down a bit more. Okay, here we go. And then from there, carefully turning, holding on. There we go. Perfect. Yes. Good. Take your time. Good. Very good.